guys, welcome back to my channel if you've been here before, and if you haven't, welcome to my channel. Here at In Your Hands Tarot, I like to do unboxings, flip throughs, review type videos on various different tarot and oracle decks, and much more. So today's video is going to be a bit different. To be honest with you, I wasn't 100% sure on what I even wanted to film this week, and then this idea came to mind and I thought it was good enough for me to film, and hopefully you guys will like it. So you may have watched my previous video, it was kind of a while ago, where I did the unboxing and flip through of the Tea Leaf Fortune cards by Ray Hepburn. And if you haven't seen that video and you want to go and check it out, I will link it somewhere in this video. But yeah, I received these cards, I want to say a few months ago now, at least over a month, I want to say. And I have yet to do anything with them, simply because I have no idea how to use them. I've seen a lot of people on Instagram use these Tea Leaf Fortune cards, and I thought that they looked super cute and super fun, and I don't know anything really when it comes to tea leaf reading, but I don't know, there's something about these cards that kind of drew me into purchasing them. So I figured instead of just having this lovely deck of cards sitting on my shelf and not being used at all, to actually try and give them a shot, and maybe why not film myself doing it so you guys can see how I at least am going to attempt to use these cards. So we are going to follow along with the guidebook today because, like I mentioned, I have no clue what I'm doing. So definitely going to be needed today. Got this little bag. Just set that aside. I have a feeling we'll need that at some point. There's quite a lot of cards here, and I have no idea why. I don't know what they're all used for, or if we're even going to be using all of them today. I have no clue, but I will take them all out so we can look. And I have one of my handy dandy candles here that I like to light whenever I'm doing readings or any type of work with any sort of divination tools. So back when I bought the deck, I quickly read a little bit about the history of tea leaf reading, but for the purpose of today's video, I think I'm just going to jump to page 25, the coming year method, because I remember reading this part down here, which says this method should always be used first when you are reading the cards for the first time, as it gives the cards a chance to absorb your long-term energy. So this will be my first time using the cards, so I'm going to take that advice and do that method first. But in total, there are 3 methods of divining your fortune using the Tea Leaf Fortune cards. 1 being the coming year, which is the one we're going to be doing today, 2 the coming week, and 3 the astral house pyramid. And then in this little paragraph here, it basically says, when using the cards, to concentrate on what is happening in your life as you shuffle or mix the Tea Leaf Fortune cards. Think of your hopes, your fears, and your wishes. And that's part of the reason why I also lit the candle, because when I have to be in a certain mindset or try to bring on certain energies, I feel like the candle definitely helps me do that. Tea Leaf Fortune cards always reflect the positive and negative energy fields that surround us. Okay, so let's see what we have to do. Okay, so continuing on down here, it says long-term energy changes slowly. So to get the best results, it is recommended that you use this method roughly every 3 months. You are advised not to use this method more frequently than once a month, for while long-term energy constantly changes, there still has to be a sufficient time lapse to reflect the changes. Okay, so that seems pretty straightforward. I think I got that. I really like how there are diagrams showing us what it should look like. That's always super helpful. Okay, so step number 1. Take the 12-month of the year cards and lay them in a circle starting with the current month. If the month is September, begin with September, even if the date is September 30th. Illustration 1. So it seems they're using the example as if it was the month of September, and they have September placed down here. So let's get that started. So I can see that not all of these cards are the same colors. So let's look at what we have here. So we have our months here. Okay, and then we have cards for the other method, which I'm going to assume we won't be using today. So I'm just gonna set these ones off to the side for now. The rest of these all look to be just regular tea leaf cards, so I will set them aside also for now. Oops. Because we are definitely going to need as much space as possible to make the big circle like we have here in the book. Okay, so it is May, so we will place May down here. Okay, so not exactly a perfect circle, but I feel like with the size of this table, this is as good as we are going to get. Okay, step 2. Place the tea leaf fortune cards in the mixing bag. Okay, so that's what this is for. It's been bothering me this whole time. I have no idea what this bag is for. Now we know. Mixing bag, and mix them inside the bag with your hands while concentrating on your hopes, fears, and wishes. You may also mix the cards by laying them face down on a flat surface and swirling them around using both hands. Okay, well, as you can see, I have run out of surface space, or at least clear surface space, so I'm going to put them inside this little bag here. So am I just supposed to put all of them in the bag? It's a lot of cards. Once again, I have no idea if I'm doing this correctly, but we are going to find out. I feel like there's definitely an easier way of doing this, and I'm also kind of worried that I'm going to be bending the cards doing it this way. So I'm trying to be as gentle as possible, but also trying to mix them as best as I can. I hope this is what they meant to do, because this is what I'm doing, so. Okay, and while mixing, also concentrating on those hopes and dreams and fears, all that good stuff. Okay, step 3. When you feel your energy has been imparted to the cards, place a tea leaf fortune card face down on each month of the year card, starting with the month that you are currently in, and positioning the month of the year cards in rotation and in a clockwise direction. Illustration 2. So we place 1 with the month that we're in, and we continue to go around the circle. Okay. I'm gonna try and leave some space just so we can see the month. And as I'm reaching for these cards, I'm not looking at them. So each month now has a tea leaf card. So step 4, when each month of the year card is positioned, this is called a set. Leave these cards in place and proceed to step 5. Okay. So step 5, mix the rest of the tea leaf fortune cards again and place another set on the months of the year cards beginning with the same month. As in step 3, the cards should be placed in rotation and in a clockwise direction. Okay, so we look at illustration 3 here. It looks like we're going to be doing multiple sets for each month. The picture is showing at least 4. And if we read step 6, repeat this process until there are 4 tea leaf fortune cards on each month of the year card. It is important to mix the cards between laying down each set, as this increases the amount of energy that is transferred to the cards. Okay, so that may take me a while, so let's get started. I don't know how important it is for it to be in a perfect circle, but I definitely don't think it's gonna stay like this. I feel like it's definitely gonna start to, spread out and kind of get all over the table, but we will try and keep things as organized as we possibly can. So I did another set, so now I'm going to mix up the cards again in the bag before doing the third set. Okay, I think each month has 4 cards. I hope I didn't miss anyone or end up giving a month more than 4 cards, but I guess we shall see. So yeah, unfortunately I wasn't able to spread them out like this. I kind of had to stack them, as you can see, so hopefully that doesn't interfere with anything, but let's find out with step number 7. Begin telling your fortune by turning over the tea leaf fortune cards for the first month. In this case, September, which is illustration 3, which we've looked at. No matter what the date is in the month, the cards represent the coming month. Example, if it were September 20th, the cards would represent September 21st to October 20th. Illustration 4. Okay, so I'm pretty sure we're supposed to at least read these cards in order, which they're still in order. They're just placed in a different way from what they're showing in illustration 3. So since we are in the month of May, let's start with May. So we have older man, dealings or relationship with an older man. Interesting. And then we have finger, warning you of a problem either now or in the near future. Okay. Weeping Willow, Family Sorrow. And then we have Spear, Heartache over what you no longer have. Okay, well, this seems like it could be quite a powerful message, but I kind of want to see them all laid out together. So if we take a look back in the book, so in step 8, it's just showing you a closer look at what the meaning is behind the cards in the illustration over here. So to have more of a detailed understanding of what my message is here, I know we can go to the back of the book where it tells us the meanings much more in depth and than just what's shown on the cards. Okay, so card number 1 was the older man card. So we have dealings or relationship with an older man. An older man is shown. This card indicates that you will have important dealings or relationship with an older man during the time frame indicated. However, the symbol does not indicate whether the older man is a friend or foe, or whether the relationship will be of a romantic, financial, or social nature. Check connecting cards to see if they reveal the nature of the older man. And the connecting cards, I'm assuming, are the rest over here. So next we have the finger. Warning you of a problem either now or in the near future. A hand rises in front of the querist. The right finger is extended in a warning. This card indicates that a problem faces or will soon face the querist that must be dealt with. The problem could have to do with health, finances, or relationships. So what I'm getting so far with just these 2 cards connecting with each other is that there may be a problem to come that's involving the older gentleman over here. And then our third card is the Weeping Willow. Family Sorrow. A weeping willow mourns. Its leaves reach the ground and its branches seem overcome by the weight of them. This card signifies that there will be a time of family sorrow for the querist. The sorrow could be over family members, but it could also be over a number of other matters pertaining to the family, such as business, financial, legal, or medical. Okay, so maybe because of what's happening over here, it leads to some family issues. So this could be an older gentleman within my family that maybe a problem arises that has to do with him, and it ends up leading to more of a family type issue or family pain. And then over here with this spear, heartache over what you no longer have. A spear lies deeply embedded in a heart. Blood seeps from the wound. This symbol indicates that you will suffer great heartache, pining over what you have lost or no longer have. It could be a love affair, a business opportunity, or a financial opportunity. So something is happening here, and I'm kind of getting the same sort of energy and like vibes where it's not a happy situation. Not 100% clear on what it is, but it's definitely not a happy one. And it even says we have sorrow over here, we have heartache over here. So there's definitely a lot of sort of negative energy within this month, or at least this time frame here. So that's definitely something that I will be keeping an eye out for, because as we all know, that the future is always in our hands, hence the name of my channel and this account. So we always have the power to change things that we don't want for ourselves. So if I end up seeing this coming, or at least now that I am aware that this could be coming, if I don't like it, I hopefully have the ability to change it. So even though that wasn't the most lighthearted or happy, positive message, it was quite fun though, reading the tea leaves. So how about we do another one? I'm probably not going to do all of these with you guys. I'm definitely going to, after I'm done filming, go through them all on my own and probably jot them all down in my notebook and keep them for future reference to see what actually plays out for me. But we can definitely look at the next month or so. So in June, we have Lily, spiritual love. A ring, a marriage will take place, either romantic or business. Interesting. Dark man, dealings or relationship with a man with dark complexion or hair. Okay. And boot, increase your efforts if you want to achieve your goals. Okay, so the energy I'm getting from this message is definitely a bit more lighter. I don't want to say positive because I'm not 100% sure if it's positive, but it's lighter than the month of May, that's for sure. So if we take a more in-depth look, a beautiful white lily fills the queerest heart and mind with spiritual love, divine and pure. Now is the time for you to share this love with your fellow man. So for me, spiritual love doesn't necessarily mean it has to be a romantic type of love. It can mean love within your friends, love within family, you know, just people that you can connect with on a spiritual level. Okay, and then we move over to ring. A shining golden ring is surrounded with lilies and roses, indicating both spiritual and romantic love. This symbol signifies that you, or someone close to you, will soon enter into a marriage. The marriage could either be a romantic union between two lovers or a business union for financial gain. Well, based off of the lily over here, I'm kind of feeling like it's more of a romantic sort of love. Like, I'm definitely not getting the whole business type of relationship based off of the lily card. But let's take a look at who this dark man is. You will have dealings or a relationship with a man with a dark complexion or hair. However, the symbol does not indicate whether the man is a friend or foe, or whether the relationship will be of a romantic, business, or social nature. Interesting. I don't know, I find that interesting. I feel like these cards definitely connect with each other. I'm just not 100% sure yet of how. Also, I think I tend to overthink too much about what's currently going on in my life. So if this isn't resonating or clicking with what's happening right now, I sort of start to feel like, well, maybe this message isn't meant for me. But they're tea leaf fortune cards. Like, they can be showing me, you know, what's a possibility of what's to come. You know, it's kind of what they do, and that's kind of what people expect from them and want from them, right? So just because it may not make sense in this moment doesn't mean that it can just be tossed aside and forgotten and not looked at. And then last but not least, we have boot. A sturdy leather boot stands waiting for someone to wear it. The boot is boldly patterned, and there is no telling whether it belongs to a man or a woman. The boot is warning you that although you may have lofty goals, it will take much more effort on your part before they are achieved. I don't know, I still kind of am getting a relationship like romantic relationship vibe from this message, and maybe somebody is meant to come along, and maybe I want to pursue things. Maybe I want something to come of it, and then that's kind of where the boot comes into play, because if it's something that you want, it's something that you kind of have to work for, you know, and you kind of have to put some effort into getting. Or maybe it's not a relationship at all, maybe it's a business thing, because that could definitely be it also. It kind of is the same way, you know, you want to achieve your goals, put in the efforts to get it there, you know. It could definitely, actually thinking about it now, more of a business situation kind of makes more sense for me in this moment. But yeah, I don't know, that's just, I guess that's something that I'm gonna have to once again keep an eye out for and see what's coming my way. So I think I'll do one more with you guys, just because I don't want this to be an hour-long video. I don't want you guys to be bored. Hopefully you're not bored. Okay, so we have the lion, the bow, basket, and the moon. I'm also really loving these cards. Like, they're super cute. I love the colors. I love how it looks like they have been sketched out and shaded in. I think they're very cute. Okay, so we have the lion as our first card. Time to act. A lion, lord of the jungle, king of the beasts, strides purposefully through the savannah, prepared to meet and vanquish whatever crosses his path. It fears no one, man or beast. Follow the lion's example and overcome indecision. It is time to act or face the consequences for being tentative. So this is definitely an action card. It's definitely a push to get you to take that step and start moving. No more just standing still and looking at where you want to go. This card is definitely pushing you, making you take that first step. So let's see how the bow comes into play. A red satin bow adorns someone's hair. This card signifies that you are highly thought of and admired, but the card does not reveal whether the admirer is male or female. Interesting. So maybe because I actually take some action in what I want to do, and I'm not just talking about it, I'm doing it. Maybe somebody finds that an admiring quality, maybe. So let's take a look at the basket. Recognition, reward for merit. A straw basket is set down on a kitchen table. It is filled with fruit, bread, and flowers, all riches harvested from the good earth and human labor. The kitchen table represents your hard work, and the basket heaped with plenty signifies that your efforts will be recognized and rewarded. So that's kind of cool. So that definitely 100% plays into the lion over here. So when you put in the time, the dedication, the hard work to make things happen for you, people will see that, and people will give you the recognition and reward you for the hard work that you've put in. I feel like this message could definitely play into my work. I feel like there is definitely things coming at my job that will push me to have to act on things, and then if I do things right and show that I'm taking initiative and can step up, you know, and kind of be in more of a management type role, that I will get that recognition. Okay, and then to finish off this message, we have the moon, changes in your life. A full moon lights up the night sky. Just as the full moon changes into the new moon, so must you be prepared for changes in your life. However, this symbol does not indicate whether the changes will be beneficial or detrimental. Of course not, because that would be too easy. But based off of the linking cards here, I feel like it's definitely going to be a beneficial change. And if I am right in thinking of what I think this is about, it'll definitely change my life for the better. It'll definitely be beneficial. So that is a very good message. I'm very happy with the month of July. I think this one is my favorite one so far. But I still have all the other months to get through. But I think I'm going to end the video there. I kind of just wanted to show you guys, in case you didn't know, because I didn't know, how to work the tea leaf fortune cards. I know that some people were asking if I was going to share my thoughts on it. So I thought this would be a good way of doing that, instead of me just doing it on my own and then kind of doing a review video like I've done before. I thought, why not actually do my first reading with you guys, and then you can kind of see my reaction as I go about doing it. And yeah, I thought this was a lot of fun. I'm glad that I did this, because I wasn't sure whether or not I was going to get to these cards I don't want to say at all, but anytime soon. I wasn't sure. But this was definitely a lot of fun. And if you guys like this video and want me to do another one, I can even do some of the other methods, because remember, there was 2 other methods that you could do with these cards. If you guys want me to film that for you, like the video, comment that you want to see that, because I would very happily make that video for you guys. So yeah, I think I'm gonna go before I end up mixing all these up, before I actually get a chance to take a look at the rest of my year to come. So yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and I shall see you in the next one.